My name's Kevin Corman. I'm the chef of Caliza restaurant here in Alice Beach. My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2004, so this is something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. This is the second annual Pink Dinner here at Caliza, and whole idea is just to raise awareness, raise as much funds as we can, and give back in some minor way. The idea was that every course was going to be based around cancer-fighting ingredients. So the first course is going to just be called Garden. There was too many ingredients, too many cancer-fighting ingredients to list on the menu, so I just called it a garden. But basically I made a garden on a plate. It's an edible soil. It's basically a savory strudel. Second course is a squab, farm-raised pigeon, basically. Rolling into the third course, which is going to be a halibut. Cancer fighters in that are black forbidden rice, kale that I've cooked into a kimchi, and some Chinese sausage, and the halibut is just very simply poached. Main course is going to be veal cheek that I've braised in some very strong red wine being cancer fighter, and then finally dessert, just a small portion. I wanted to play off of the pink color, so I did a pink velvet cake, kind of like red velvet cake. Dark chocolate, that's basically like a frozen mousse, dark chocolate being a cancer fighter. And then Marcona almond streusel, the almonds being the cancer fighter in that. And that's the meal in a nutshell.
So that's the meal. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Before we close, I would like to introduce somebody very important. Lisa Burwell, co-owner of E! Magazine.
I'm very humbled to be here. The table that I have here sitting with me tonight, I go back close to 15 years ago when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and Jerry and I had just been married about a year and a half, so for a young marriage to weather that was pretty difficult. And obviously it takes a village, it takes an army of friends and family, and this table really was instrumental in support and love to get me through it. And Kim and John Layden with dinners, and my friend Mary Jane Kirby from the last 20 years and everything that they did, an amazing amount of lunches, and Lynn and Steve Dugas. It's so great to have friends for a really long time that have been with you through basically, thick and thin. And that's what community and friends and family is, all about. And, when I knew that I was going to be speaking tonight, and I didn't know who, was going to be joining me at the table, it was just really kind of heartwarming that this group of people was here, because that was, when we were going through a really, really hard time. And everyone goes through hard times. I mean, I'm definitely, that's something that happened to me. I've had a lot of, ups and downs, just like everybody has. But the one thing that I would have to say that was a gift that, and you have to look at the positive, that breast cancer did for me was after I went through that, I really was never a person that was very fearful to begin with. I'm just kind of wired with a innate level of courage, but I got way crazier after surviving breast cancer. I'm so sorry for Jerry that that had to happen. I live life to the absolute fullest. I love having a good time. I love friends and family. I'm not that worried about failure. Because when you are faced with something, and you know, in everyone's life, you're faced with something. But when you are faced with, you know, am I going to live next year or not, it kind of gives you the guts and the courage to go out and do a lot of things. That was pretty liberating for me. And, you know, I mean, if you can survive that, like, you know, how bad can something else get? So I've always had a zest for life, but, you know, I obviously have more of a zest now that I'm actually still living and really enjoying myself as much as I possibly can. And it's appropriate and apropos, but really that's what is kind of my message that I live every day. And it's a message that I'd like to impart when I'm talking, is just like, don't be afraid and go out and do whatever the heck you're supposed to do and live your passion and, you know, be happy. We live in one of the most beautiful places on earth, and Alice Beach and Caliza is definitely, you know, the creme de la creme of that. But sometimes, you know, when work is hard like it is for everybody, or you're going through stressful situations, and I drive down 30A and I come to a dinner like this, and I mean, we have it so much better than so many other people, and just the level of gratitude that I walk in on a daily basis, and you know, this as a backdrop, you know, it's a pretty, you know, easy place to end up enjoying yourself. So I thank, you know, all my friends and obviously my family, and, you know, new friends too, and people that are part of my life. And I really never talk about this at all, especially not in public. So I just want to tell you that the only person that could have ever convinced me to get up here is Carrie Price. And I really, you know, I'm doing this in honor of actually, you know, Carrie and her mom, actually, who, you know, had a battle with breast cancer. And I really feel for you, and I'm dedicating this to you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And thank you, Chef. Thank you, Carrie, Alice Beach, Caliza. And I'm really glad to see Annie staying for dinner tonight, too. Thank you.